Hello everybody, welcome back to G4G Games for Gamers. I am your host Napalm Dawn. Today we are here for the week in Marvel Avengers Alliance. It is May 15th and I am mad as fuck and I'm not going to take it. Please have all small children and women and the elderly and those who are prone to heart attacks or spontaneous pregnancies leave the room because this is an angry video. Playdom has seriously fucked with the landscape of this game. What was a nice, lush, fruity, frilly desert of awesomeness has become a barren, post-apocalyptic Mad Max wasteland of pure and utter, unadulterated shit. Here we are in a practice match against our boy Null, who has taken both a nerf and a buff at the same time. We all know that Null was not going to lead with Fatal Fists anymore. However, you can now no longer Black as Void off his pre-counters. Watch what's going to happen over here. So the enemy team does not have a Mystic. I'm going to use the weather control device. And now that's it. My quick actions are shot. I do not gain the Black as Void being a quick action now because of the suit. This is not a quick action because of the suit, and this is not a quick action because of the ISO, thanks to this debuff called Stalled. Now, I've Black as Voided Null over here, so he should conceivably not pre-counter anymore. There goes the T-Bolt glove. There goes the drop kick, which of course is going to cause drain energy, regeneration, blah blah blah. Same old bullshit. By the way, today's background music is brought to you by Psycho Darkstep, Heavy Dubstep. I just wanted to go for something really angry for this video. Did you see that heal? Half of the heal that it used to be. You could typically pull an agent back from death's door. With that heal, now you get half the heal that it used to be. So at this point, I have to choose between the Emerald Prism or the Caltrop Launcher. I am going to go ahead and hit the Emerald Prism on Molly. And I won't be able to shut down Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is ranged. So that attack right there is courtesy of the new meta over here. I could have shut that down if I wanted to. And buffed Molly. Can't do that now. Also, if we look at Molly over here, she's taken a small hit to accuracy and evasion by -1. I don't know what that's coming from. But watch this. Let's see what Null does. There, you see, he tried it. I Black as Voided him, and he still attempted his pre-counter. And again, that bug is still in place, that any attempt at a melee will allow Null's ISO. There it is right there, tag team. 50% chance to gain an extra turn after an ally's melee attack. If he attempts to do his melee, but is countered, it's still, the ISO doesn't care. It's the thought that counts. So, he does not have... Does he have the eye? Reality hacking? No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Watchful eye. So, I have to van the team down. There, again, he tried it again. And there's his extra turn. He's going to show up in the turn order before the agent now. Watch. Well, okay, no, for some reason he didn't. But he tried. He had the squat. And there's the pre-counter. Whole last season, the Scroll and the Black as Void took that pre-counter away. But now, he gets it. As you can see here, the stamina drain's not too bad, but there's the pre-counter again. So, this game is a pile of shit right now. And that... what you saw has also spilled into PvE. All these changes also now affect PvE. By the way, those who look at the game and say, I don't want to spend money on this, I want to be able to farm for things, fuck you Mystic people, fuck you Q people, you're all scrubs that drop money and you ruin the game. Well, guess what? You've gotten your wish. The landscape has gotten far more even, but I'll tell you right now, you guys have taken a hit too. Where have you guys taken a hit? The smart set. The smart set that you can farm your own in Season 2, not spend a dime, and attempt to farm that gear. You know, I'll pull it up. I'll point this out to you guys. So if you go over here to Season 2, and you go back to one of the earlier chapters over here. I believe it's this one. Let's see. Nope, it's one more before this. It's 2, I think. Is it 2? Yes, the hood. Okay, so here is the smart set. The Revolt, the Power Gauntlet, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you needed, for the Revolt, you needed Scarlet Witch to unlock it. Okay, you can definitely farm enough CP to get Scarlet Witch. And you also had the Chaos Shot SMG over here. The cornerstone of the set was always the Revolt. The other really good item was the Power Supply, which is hanging around here somewhere. That knife was kind of stupid. There's the Power Gauntlet. That's the other cornerstone. There's the Slingshot. One of these had the Power Supply. I think it was the Heroic in here. Yeah, the Slingshot and the Depleter. So the Power Supply said you have a chance to follow up with any of the other smart weapons on your agent when you attack with the smart weapon. So if you were firing the Revolt, you might follow up with the Stun Baton if you had it equipped. The Revolt is useless now. The Revolt is not worth a dime because when you fire the one shot, that's it. The gun is spent. That needs to be a free action. There is a lot of things right now that need to be changed into being a free action. Otherwise, this game is absolutely ruined. And the agent basically is there to sit in the stands with pom-poms and cheerlead your other two heroes as they do the majority of the work. It is fucking ridiculous what Playdom has done to the game right now. And the fact that they're not making an allowance for what is supposed to be a quick action inherently compared to what is a quick action thanks to an ISO, that what is a quick action thanks to Rally or the suit. There needs to be a better defining line in that, because right now they have wholesale napalm the fucking quick action scene. And again, I'm sorry for being so mad, but I'm livid, I'm upset, I'm pissed, I think this is stupid. And if they roll the next PvP season without 2 or 3 pre-seasons prior, Playdom is the dumbest fucking company out there right now. And join Kingfisher in saying Marvel Avengers Riot. Marvel Avengers Alliance. We got a riot in the streets. Grab some 2x4s. And, we got to be like the Sentinels. We just got to beat the hell out of all the Playdom mutants that we see. Because this is ridiculous. Alright. I'll be calm now. We'll get into the good part of the video now that we've gotten into the angry part of the video. But before we do that, give us back the scrolling, the removal of Null's pre-counters. We need that back. Okay, maybe he's not fatal fisting us anymore, but we need that back. I don't care if he's not going to fire off defensive actions, quick actions, suits, procs, all that. We need to be able to scroll that pre-counter back. Otherwise, everybody on defense running a Null team has a massive advantage, and everybody's going to start having to run Haith on offense to counter it, and Haith is now partially useless because his heal has been trashed. They didn't need to touch that. If you want to run Haith, which is sort of removing a great deal of offense from your team for his support, fine, let us do that. Don't nerf this dude into the ground. He didn't need it. People work hard to get that suit and everything. Alright. So the Dragon's Foot is on sale. Really solid item. Everybody should have this. It works great with Quicksilver, Juggernaut, Rogue, tons of people. It helps unarmed melee attacks gain guaranteed hit and a higher chance to crit. Now, Karnak doesn't need this, but like Gorgon, Wonder Man, all of those guys really do well with Dragon's Foot. It's kind of a stat stick. You don't sort of use it that much itself, but it's there to provide really big benefits for the rest of your team. Now, a good combination with this right now would be with the Hulk. The Hulk has a lot of unarmed melee, and what's further going to buff the Hulk is the new Age of Ultron Black Widow costume. Well, we have this ISO in the store. Widow's Way. Single target attacks gain stealthy for the agent. This, in light of what has happened with the quick actions and everything like that, and if people start running null like fucking crazy on defense, you may really, really need this. If you do not have a lot of stealthy weapons in your arsenal, get this. And honestly, get this now, because you don't know what's coming down during the pipe. A lot of people have been like, man, Napalm, you've made some really great use of the rectifier in your videos. I want that, but I passed on it. 30 gold is not too bad. I don't think this is worth a pass. The Dragon's Foot you absolutely should get. This is a staple that everybody should have. But Widow's Way, I really suggest you get. But if you're like, hey, Napalm, wait a minute. In the Spec Ops, I got the Panther's Bite. I have a stealthy weapon. Sure, yes, you may have this. I have this too, but this is only one weapon. Imagine a stealthy Coulson's Revenge that hits who you want it to hit because it's stealthy. Huge, huge key. Imagine a bunch of Captain Americas start showing up on defense because in the new suit, and he uses his shield guard. Stealthy is going to be big. It's going to be huge. So let's go over and take a look at Black Widow. Remember, there was a lot of talk on the wiki of what might happen with her. My thing was, I bet you her passive is going to allow her to jump in on allies' attacks with some kind of a taser item. Well, I was sort of close. Here she is in her old Avengers suit, and if we click one over, you'll notice it's not changed too much. She gets a little bit of extra graphics around her cufflink shooters. The hair sort of changes, and she gains the blue piping of like a Tron suit. So you get her in Scrapper and Infiltrator. Honestly, leave her in the Scrapper form, or leave her in her tactical gray suit form for the best buffs. Now, if you're going to use her, either one is really, really good. But since she already likes to counter anyway, go with the Scrapper, I think. So, her passives are picking up. Chance to counter an enemy's single target melee attacks with Flying Kick. Single target range with Widow's Bite. She still places Revenge Tactics, and all other people will gain Stealthy. You will gain Stealthy on the agent if you're running the gun. This is obviously a huge difference from the X-Force suits, where if you ran Psylocke, what would happen is only other X-Force people would be stealthy. Phantom X, Deadpool, Archangel, all the people with the X-Force suits would be stealthy, but the agent wouldn't. My old team, if you remember from my videos, was Psylocke and Archangel because they were both stealthy. They hit who they wanted to hit due to psychic attacks and stealthy attacks. But now the agent can benefit from that. So, what does this mean? What does this mean to the landscape? Well, this means that suddenly all you people with the satellite support may just want to look at your shoulders and dust it off. You guys probably have a huge leg up on the competition right now because we may see tons of stealthy characters. Stealthy Captain America tanking. Stealthy Hulk messing your day up big time. Especially with the steps of Xiaolu. This would benefit from it. Widow's Bite would not. Flying Kick would. So 2 Dragon's Foot benefits right here. And then the Widowmaker is a quick action buff. So she can recharge your team's stamina by using this. So right now, this team up of Scrapper Black Widow with the Ow Hulk and the Dragon's Foot, it writes itself. There's a team for you. I just laid it out. Go ahead and buy it. Now, if we take a look at the Hulk over here, Incredible Rage Punch would get stealthy, and Giant Size Hulk Smash would get stealthy. Imagine having a tank on your defense who failed to tank this because the Hulk of all people, is stealthy. How do you get a stealthy Hulk? You do now. And imagine this almost guaranteed to hit and a high chance of crit. Plus this is deadly crit. So do the math, folks. Deadly crits, high chance of crit. High chance of crit, further buffed by the Steps of Shaolu. There you go. The only bad thing about a stealthy Hulk is when it comes to Tactician Ow Hulk. If he's stealthy, here's the problem. Previously, I have said many times that if we have Tactical Age of Avengers Hulk and he attacks an Infiltrator, he will be able to go until he runs out of stamina or one of the two combatant types. It's Thunderdome at that point. 2 men enter, somebody dies. If the Hulk is stronger than the Infiltrator will eventually lose. The Infiltrator will continue to give Hulk infinite turns by giving him Hulk up, Hulk up, Hulk up, Hulk up on all the counters. And Hulk will be able to go for his heart's content. He will be Molly, essentially. Well, if Hulk is stealthy and he's hitting who he wants to hit and the Infiltrator is not countering, then your Hulk is just a normal Hulk at that point, and he will not gain the excessive Hulk ups. So that is something to consider. But, really, Age of Ultron, Black Widow, and Hulk could be huge in the meta, especially with the Dragon's Foot, and especially with what has happened to quick actions and everything. Null may have taken a fix. I'm not going to call it a nerf. It is fixed that he does not pre-counter defensive actions and everything. But he certainly took a huge buff in that his unwritten, his unexposed pre-counter abilities there, his essentially like his bodyguard from over here, that the fact that you cannot remove that now is completely ridiculous, and I think it is bullshit, and that needs to be fixed. I'm fine with this change of Fatal Fist and Ragnarok and Sokkum and countering defensive actions. I am not fine with the fact that he is allowed to pre-counter the whole way. That means that off balance is going to become absolutely huge, or people are just going to have to run Hafe all day, every day, who's now partially useless due to his heal. Honestly, if Playdom does not run beta pre PvPs before the next season, I think they're retarded. I think everybody needs to flood Playdom with tickets and get things fixed. Get that Revolt fixed, the Rook, any of those ammo cell guns. I mean, I don't even... Wow, Rocket Raccoon. What's going to happen to Rocket Raccoon? Oh my god, let's take a look at him. What's going to happen to Rocket under this scenario now? Not that he's the most prevalent of people, but is he going to be able to... Alright, we need to take Rocket to a simulator and see what happens here. Because this is going to be potentially ridiculous. I mean, that literally is Rocket's reason for being, is to be able to do that. I've heard Cable now is useless. I think all the extra turn stuff from like Nico and Cable and Dr. Voodoo, I think I've heard that that's kind of useless now. Supposedly Cannonball got a bit of a buff. This smart... I'm not even going to show you what happens to the Revolt 5. Just basically, I'll say this. It fires once and then the gun is over. The GG prototype is taking a bit of a hit, which Honestly, you would kind of expect. You know what? Let's get the Rook over here. The Rook has always been teamed up successfully with the Agent. Alright, so there's the Rook. We will get the shield. I'll pull out the Bishop, if I can find it here. Alright, so there's the Bishop, which is a passive item. It's like the Cosmic Cardinal. And, so here is the Knight. Radiation exposure. Okay, so we'll go with the whole old chess set. Let's see what happens to Rocket Raccoon in this scenario. We may see the death of Snappy Tactical and the death of Quick Actions and the rise of Stealth. This could be a Stealther's paradise moving forward. So, okay, we're going to go ahead. This is a Quick Action because it is built in to be a Quick Action. I don't think it's coming from Snappy Tactical, but we'll see. So there's the pawn. I now get a shield. This is supposed to be ammo for the Rook. How many Rook ammo do I have? You'll notice that I have 3 Rook ammo. There's one shot. There's the follow-up. Follow-up. There's Rocket Raccoon jumping in. There's, okay, alright, this isn't, okay, maybe I stand corrected, this is not too bad. Okay, so it fires until the Rook, alright, I get it. The Rook fires until it runs out. So actually the Rook has not taken a nerf, and this might actually be very good. So I protect. Let's see if the Bishop counters. Alright, so there's the Bishop counter. I missed, but let's see what... And there's Rocket Raccoon. Okay. This... We may have stumbled upon something here, folks. I may have actually highlighted something that still works. Alright. I did not seem to gain any ammo, though. That's a little surprising. Now, here's the big key. So let's see what happens. I have 3 ammo cells. This takes 1 ammo cell. I'm going to fire it once. Alright, so Rocket does not seem to be affected. That's at least decent. So Rocket seems to be surviving this nuclear apocalypse. So let's see. Where is my extra ammo that... alright, so I did not gain Rook ammunition from all those Bishop fires. That's strange. So maybe the Rook... Okay, now I can't even use it. That's sad. Yeah, so I only gained 1 ammo by using the shield. I didn't gain anything from using the Bishop. This is supposed to give me ammo right now. Yeah, right there, I should have gained an ammo. Huh, this set is actually working out pretty well. This is kind of interesting. Union Jack, Rocket Raccoon, and the chess set. Wow, I'm at full stamina. Uh-huh. I might have to do a video on this team up and see how this works out, but... Alright, I finally gained Rook ammo that time. I wonder why I didn't previously. Uh-huh. Alright, well, there we go, guys. We found one thing. One thing to be happy about in all of this, so... Again, guys, I am sorry this video is a little bit upset. I'm angry in this video. I'm pissed off. but maybe there is a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel here. And yeah, guys, file your tickets. Tell PlayNom right now what is broken. Go through your game, experiment, do practice PvP, find out what works and what doesn't, and what doesn't work, get those tickets in. Fix the revolt, fix the smart set, fix the fact that, you know, what is the point of Snappy Tactical and the new suit? It's almost pushes the older suit to be more powerful, where you can proc the extra turn by using the suit's passive. It's just very sad. Very, very sad. So, take care, everybody. Hopefully we'll get our game fixed over here, because we've certainly taken a huge hit.